Okay, welcome everybody to a class on modal verbs, and today we're going to focus on the simple aspect. I've already explained, I think, in this course that you have four aspects for each tense. You have four aspects for past tense, for present tense, for future tense, and you have four aspects for infinitives, 2+ infinitives, gerunds, participles. Well, we're just going to focus on one aspect, the simple aspect. In the next class, we'll focus on the other three aspects, the continuous, the perfect, and the perfect continuous. But I just wanted to focus on the modal verbs themselves and when you use different modal verbs. I think that the information that I have read, for example, in the Martin Hewings on modal verbs, it's overcomplicated. If I'm completely honest, I think that he has overcomplicated modal verbs. He explains a lot of different rules about when you should use be able to, when you shouldn't use be able to, when you should use be allowed to, when you shouldn't use be allowed to. And actually, I disagree with him on some of these situations, a little bit like the way I think for future tense you can use will or going to in most situations. And will, true, it's for more spontaneous decisions, that is true, but a lot of the time it doesn't sound like a mistake to use going to. And I'd say the same about be able to, that it's always possible to use be able to for ability. Now, I would agree that in some situations maybe we more often use can or could, but generally speaking, be able to, in my opinion, is always correct. But the time when you really need to use be able to is when can and could are not possible. And sometimes they're just not possible. Yeah, you can't put can into present perfect, for example. You can't put can into a 2+ infinitive form. You can't put can into a gerund form. And so this is the same, by the way, for any modal verb. And that's why be able to is sometimes absolutely necessary. Here are two examples. How long have you been able to juggle? It's not how long can you juggle. That would be wrong. This is the correct form. How long have you been able to juggle? We need to use present perfect. We've got the how long signal word, yeah? And by the way, I can juggle, and so I can answer this. I have been able to juggle since I was 14, yeah, or 13 or something like that. And I have to say it like that. I can't say I can juggle for, I don't know, 20 years or whatever. Is it 30 years? Sorry, 30 years. I can't say that, yeah, I can juggle for 30 years, because for 30 years needs present perfect. It's demand.